Welcome to the Advice Show, media, the common sense approach. So I want to bring an update to the case with Tyshawn Lee, the 9-year-old boy that was executed in Chicago. Well, the savage that you see to the left, the police arrested by the name of Corey Morgan, he is being held in jail right now without bail. And the savage that you see to the right is named Kevin Edwards. The police are looking for him because they say he is responsible for this execution of Tyshawn Lee. But let me roll the clips.
Man, Kevin Edwards. He's the third person police say was involved in luring fourth grader Tyshawn Lee to an alley where someone opened fire on him, killing him. Yesterday in a news conference, Police Superintendent Gary McCarthy said they've arrested 27-year-old Corey Morgan for first-degree murder, and another man is also in custody on an unrelated charge. McCarthy says Morgan has burned a lot of bridges in his neighborhood, and despite what has been reported, when Morgan was arrested on an unrelated gun charge last week, he was not questioned by police before he was freed on bail.
We got an awful lot of intelligence from the community. This was very clearly not a case of no snitching, but there was a lot of fear, which is completely understandable. If you have a monster who's willing to assassinate a 9-year-old, what is that person likely to do?
Chicagoans wondering about safety in the city. Some community activists have called for McCarthy to step down. McCarthy made it clear yesterday, though, he's never quit any job, and he's not willing to quit on the men and women of this police department or the people of Chicago.
Now, yes, they have arrested this one guy. They're looking for the other one, but it's still not solving the problem. And there are a lot of people that like to say, well, what about the black on black crime? And the people in Chicago are upset right now about the police officer, but look at this murder. What black people going to do about it? And, I need to teach you something real quick, because, this is what we do here at times, is do a little teaching. When it comes to the situation of quote unquote black on black crime, we need to stop saying that. It's just called crime, according to the FBI or anywhere else. Because do we say white on white crime when they kill each other? No, we do not. So we need to stop saying that, and black folks need to stop saying that as well. Stop regurgitating the narratives of the mainstream media, and most of the time the mainstream media is not going to speak in your best interest. But black people every day are standing up about the crimes in our community. Black people are protesting. I have video footage of a protest right here in Houston. I'll get it up in the next few days. Black people are sick of that, tired of that. But also, black people's tax dollars go to police departments to patrol the areas. That's one of the major differences between the criminals and the police. The tax dollars of the black community go there. And since the police officers are law enforcement, then they're held to a higher standard. We don't hold the criminal to higher standards. So why is it that the black community is the only one told that they should do something about the crime in their community, but nobody else is told to do something about the crime within their community? Now, I have a solution, to the perfect solution, actually, where the police really don't have to do anything, but yet the community can do it. You see, if we can get about maybe, 1,000 good men in the city and just deputize all of them, that way they can arrest these savages. They can put them in prison. They can charge them. And if they decide to shoot at them, they can kill them and don't go to prison. That would be a great way to actually stop a lot of crime. There's a lot of brothers in the community would love to take care of that problem. But you know how it is. If they do it just on their own, it's considered being a vigilante, and that vigilante will go to jail. So I think that's a good idea. Don't you think that a lot of black men just get deputized? You don't have to pay the men at all. They just doing it for the love of their community and just taking these guys off the streets. The people in the community know who's doing the crime, so it better be very easy for the community to root it out, don't you think? But they're not going to let that happen. We take care of our own problems and have the power of the law behind us to take care of our problems, because we can solve that in about 6 months. So since we can't do it and they won't let us do that because they won't deputize us, then they need to do their job and do it, because we need to stop with this repeating the narratives of people in the mainstream media who don't put those same requirements on anybody else. I just want to make sure to convey that message. Your tax dollars go to police departments to do their job. You have every right to demand the police to do their job, because that's just what your tax dollars go for. Now, the situation with Tyshawn, unfortunately, it's not going to be the only Tyshawn. That city of Chicago is extremely corrupt. You got cops shooting kids down. There's a lot of cops that kill kids like Tyshawn and blame gang members too, because Chicago cops are extremely corrupt in a lot of ways. People from Chicago have stated that many times. So they have done killings. Remember Rakia Boyd? A cop shot and killed her, and he even go to jail for that stuff at all. He lied and said he was in fear for his life. He wasn't even on the job. See, it's just all kind of issues that go on within the community. So it's not just a quote unquote savages that's doing that stuff. There's some of those cops as well. But the situation in Chicago and, this child, it has to come to a head. And unfortunately, our president don't want to say anything about it. And that's what gets a lot of people upset. I mean, because if that's a job I had, it wouldn't be going on like that, because I would clean it up. I'll make sure to clean it up, because I believe in community policing. Let the community police their own self, and don't send them to jail if they're getting them out of the community. Why? You're helping us out. But you know how that goes. A lot of people make money off of drugs outside of those people who dealing them. Even people as politicians making money off of drugs while someone's still coming to this country. Just think about that for a minute. Hit me up in the comments, use your commentaries, subscribe.